I think AI changes everything for a number of reasons. AI is not a new thing. Ever since science fiction models, since, the Ray Kurzweil singularity idea, man and machine at some point were headed on a clash, a crash to come together. I think what's really been profound about the last year is the real world application of AI. What started with very much how do these language models benefit us in our day-to-day tools? And my view a year ago was these things are really cool. And as a business, if we can be 10 times more efficient as a consequence of removing administrative tasks that take time, if AI can make us more efficient, that's a good thing. Then I started to rethink my entire philosophy on the role of AI as you start to see more and more people developing. So you're starting to see, before it was oh, it's going to be an aid. It's going to be an aid to support an industry. Now I'm it's going to replace certain industries, right? When you start to see these things develop. And then the bit for me that is kind of the unknown in the change equation is, what does all of this mean for society? Because there is a ton of unintended consequences. We talk about the ethics of AI. What does this mean? A few days ago, Elon Musk, and
Steve Wozniak.
Yeah, they come out and say, which I also think is a little hypocritical, if I'm being honest. But they're saying,
just exactly that.
Everybody stop doing what you're doing and let us figure it out.
Everybody stop doing the thing that we've poured billions of dollars into doing.
Yeah, it's kind of a little hypocritical. However, I do think their concerns are somewhat probably genuine, because I think they're recognizing, wow, this is changing things very quickly. And there are so many new regulatory considerations. Even just take something like IP. Right now we have governance that says, if you create something, I can't steal from you, but I can be inspired from you. And those distinctions are somewhat clear, not perfect. You start to extrapolate and go, well, in a generated world that is powered by machine learning, what does that mean for IP? Those distinctions have got very, very narrow, from inspiration to stealing, right? So suddenly
you get artists saying, that some of these graphic AIs are stealing their styles, and stuff, and they are based on the input of actual artists. Mm-hmm. So where's the line, like you say?
Yeah, well, this is all built on real input. And, I think everyone from regulators, governments, builders, entrepreneurs, I think everyone has to pay attention. And it's very easy to get caught into the mindset of these things are fads because of the way in which everybody has sort of gone all in and really enthusiastic about these new possibilities. So it's very easy to trivialize it. However, I would say this feels different to previous movements in a way where if the biggest cost to society right now is intelligence, hiring people, developing skills, when that cost is almost eradicated to zero or vastly reduced, that changes the entire system. That changes the way we think about economic models. That changes the way we think about business. So a long way of saying, how does it affect Marcom? A lot.
Everything. So what this is all bringing really is this word disruption. And you talked about change and how that scares people. And disruption scares people as well. And the field we're in, we talk a lot about deliberate disruption. So we try and help people to be disruptive. And that's often seen more of a sort of young people, Gen Z type of game and it alienates other markets and other individuals. But as we're seeing, you have to disrupt yourself, because if you don't, you are going to be disrupted by something.